Good morning, everyone. Jefferson Fossa here with Walsh Trading. Happy Tuesday. It is the 18th of November. It's about a little after 7:45 or so here in the morning. Overnight markets just paused for trading here just a few moments ago. Here in the grain markets anyway. Please keep in mind that futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk, certainly not suitable for all investors, traders, or producers. Let's take a look and see what the markets did here yesterday, what may have happened overnight, and perhaps what may happen here today. First off, February live cattle here, 225 higher yesterday, 221.77. Had a little bit of a reversal pattern here on Friday. Big bullish engulfment here yesterday. We opened up lower than where we finished here on Friday, but closed higher, up even up above Friday's highs here as well. Short-term averages did turn over to the bullish side here before, or with Friday's trade rather, so before the open here yesterday. 200-day moving average giving us decent support here right around 216.39 in the February contract. Market's been trending lower here for about a month now. There is a cattle on feed report here coming out this Friday. I have seen some estimates here for it. The estimates that I've seen, I would expect to print in a well, I think they'd be bullish if it actually came out that way, but we got to wait and see what the market says or how it reacts here next Monday. But live cattle, nice little bounce up yesterday. Lower trading volume though over the last couple of days. Not a whole lot of new activity going on in there. Market still seems a little bit heavy, but technically speaking, it does seem to be losing its momentum to the downside here. Same thing with January feeders. 572 higher here on Monday. 326.27 is where we closed. Key reversal perhaps here on Friday. Big bullish engulfment here yesterday, opening up lower than Friday's close and then finishing higher, substantially higher than Friday's high. We're actually up above both the 5 and the 10-day moving averages. Those are giving us a little bit of support here, 324.38, 323.51 respectively. We finished the day here at 326.27. It is Tuesday. Might get a little bit of turnaround Tuesday trade here in some of these markets, but technically speaking, you might have a double bottom right here. The lows here from Friday and didn't match exactly, but we bounced away from the similar low area that we had here on November 6th. And just like fat cattle, the market's been trending down for a while. There is going to be resistance here against last week's high, and then also up to that 100-day moving average. But the market's got to keep going here. Stochastics pointing towards some higher prices here as well. February lean hogs getting a little bit whipsaw. You had a new buy signal here from Friday's trade, and then with yesterday's trade, you got a new sell signal here from the 5 and the 10-day moving averages crossover. It's not uncommon to get a couple signals here within a few days of each other. It doesn't often happen that you get them one day after the next. Now, yesterday's trade was an equilibrium day. It was a Doji, textbook Doji here, opening, closing at the same price, 79.42, up a nickel here yesterday. The way I'd approach that, if you want to trade hogs here, look to be a buyer with a stop perhaps up above yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was 80.10. Maybe you put it at 80.25 on a buy stop. And conversely, you look to get short this market, maybe 78.75 on a sell stop. Yesterday's low is 78.97. Give it a little bit of room to break out to the upside or to the downside and get in the direction of the market momentum. Volume's been dropping off here. Yesterday was pretty poor here compared to where we've been here over the last week or so. Hogs might be running out of downward momentum here, but I would take a buy stop up and a sell stop below. Wait for the direction to put you in. D's corn's up 2 cents here overnight, 40.36 3/4. Yesterday had a nice little up day, up 4.5. We're up above the 200-day moving average, giving you support in December, 435 1/4. The March contract is going to be the most active one here. That's a penny and 3/4 overnight, 449 3/4. Posted a gain of 4 cents here yesterday. Not quite reversing all of Friday's big bearish day down here from the WASD report, but they are working their way back up. You do have higher highs, higher lows. That 50 or 200-day average at 450. Kind of coincidental. Big fat round even number at 450. There's going to give us some resistance, but market's right against it here. And I do expect the bullish trend to kind of continue here in the grains. January soybeans, after being down 22.5 here last Friday in reaction to the WASDE report, very large bullish engulfment here yesterday. Range went from 11.14 and a quarter up to 11.60 and a quarter. So strong, almost a 50-cent trading range here on the day here yesterday. Big strong day up. Do have some higher highs here today. We did get up to 11.69.5 in the overnight session. We're only up a quarter here as they finished it at 7.45, 11.57.5. There's unconfirmed talk that China's bought as many as 14 soybean cargoes here over the past couple of days. I don't know if that can be confirmed just yet, and then given the state of the export sales reporting and the fact that they had to issue a correction, the correction that they issued on Friday already. I mean, it might be a little while before we get any confirmation of that. But that's what got the markets all fired up here yesterday. Big bullish engulfment. Probably back and fill a little bit today. It is turnaround Tuesday after all. January soy meal. Yesterday also very large bullish engulfment. Finished the day up $8. Totally erasing the $5.70 that we were lower here on Friday after the WASDE. Both soy meal and soybeans kind of breaking out to the upside. Higher highs, higher lows, but meal is down about $2, $2.10 lower here overnight. Might be willing to back and fill a little bit. It's been pretty overbought here for about the last month or so, as you can see by stochastics. Certainly due for a little bit of a pullback, but we haven't had one very significant, or at least not enough to relieve the technical overbought condition. Turnaround Tuesday might pull it back a little bit. Bean oil's up 57 here this morning, 52.05. Did get up awful close to that 100-day moving average. That's at 52.44. The overnight high here, 52.38. Higher highs, higher lows. Very strong bullish day up yesterday. Also a bullish engulfment in soybean oil. Technically speaking, that's usually a very strong pattern here. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to go higher again today, but the market does appear like it wants to go higher here across the entire soy complex. A little bit of resistance there from the 100-day moving average. That 200-day moving average held as support here earlier in the month and late in October. I do think the market wants to break out to the upside, but we're just now kind of struggling with those October highs to stay much above those. I do like bean oil, soy meal, and beans from the long side. March Chicago wheat, a penny higher here this morning, jumped up 17 cents yesterday, closing 558.5. Very, very strong day up for the wheat here as well. Corn was the only one. Big volume yesterday in corn, but did not follow along with what the other markets were doing. Wheat erased all of the losses that they had here from Friday's WASDE report. We were down 10 3/4, up 17 here yesterday, back up above the 100-day moving average. And if you notice that white cross right there, 5 and 10-day moving averages are flipping back to the buy side here on my chart. Same thing here in KC wheat. It's up a penny and a quarter here in Kansas City, 546 in the overnight session. Yesterday was up 13 3/4. Didn't erase all of Friday's trade, but it certainly erased all of Friday's weakness. We were down 12 cents on Friday. And back up above the 100-day moving average, and the short-term averages, 5, 10-day, are hooking over toward the buy side. Two other markets that I've got signals in here today. One is the 30-year bonds. They flipped over toward the buy side here last Wednesday, but now we're flipping a little bit back toward the sell side here. The market just was weak here Thursday, Friday of last week. Small update here yesterday. You do have higher highs, higher lows here today, and there's a bit of a risk-off kind of environment, so you might see the bond market tend to perk up a little bit. And the reason I say that there's a risk-off kind of a move afoot, stock indexes are weak. That leads me to my next signal here, the S&P market. Very uncommon, just like the Hogs did here, back-to-back conflicting signals here. Friday, it looked like the market wanted to go back to the buy side, and then with Monday's trade flipping, the 5 and 10-day moving averages made a bearish crossover here. The S&P's down about 27 here this morning after closing yesterday down 63. NASDAQ futures are down about 134. Everything staying below the 50-day moving average there. Dow futures down 341 here this morning. This wasn't here earlier. Now I've got that flipping over to the sell side here in the Dow futures as well. Got to make a note of that here. Dow futures are down 350 here this morning, and they were down 564 yesterday, closing underneath that 50-day moving average for the first time since October 10th. Market looks kind of heavy. 100-day is going to give you a little bit of support right around 46,034. The broader market, Russell Index, 2,000 stocks, is down 11 and change here today. Bit of an equilibrium day, kind of, not quite textbook here on Friday. Bears closed down 47.80 here yesterday, well below that 100-day moving average. Broader market stocks look weak. I do appreciate you folks listening. If you have any questions, comments, reach out and let me know how I can help. Thank you.